Pauline, Scanlon and Nicola, welcome back to... welcome back. It's your first time here, but on this stage. But welcome back to Killarney, because that was an unreal gig we just witnessed there. So well done.
Thanks so much. It's great to be back.
No worries. When did this idea of singing Leonard Cohen songs come about? Because I was told by a little birdie it has something got to do with Patrick and Eileen. Am I right?
It does. I was driving in the middle of the rain. I was actually coming back from Kerry, and Patrick texted me and he said, you know, can you pull yourself aside there for a chat one of the days? So he rang up and he said that it was their 25th wedding anniversary, and because Eileen and I had chatted ad nauseum about Leonard Cohen and all of that crack, the ins and outs of it, loads of times, and this song and that song and the other song, would we put together just 8 songs, I think it was at the start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For their 25th wedding anniversary inside in the Mangerton Suite. Mm-hmm. So we got together then above in Headford and put all the songs together.
What's were you a fan of Leonard Cohen before all this, or is it something that you're more of a fan now?
No, grew up listening to Leonard Cohen. Yeah, was a big fan.
I saw him in the Royal Hospital Kilmainham. Did you go to that gig?
No.
Maybe like 6-7 years ago, maybe more. I don't know.
Probably more. No, didn't get
it was unreal.
Yeah,
it was unreal.
Spiritual, they say, almost.
It was. I think he did 2 nights there actually, and he played for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Both nights, which is insane, really. Tell me about this, because I was trying to kind of gather when I was watching it today. There's 2 married couples on stage today, and I was trying to figure out who's who. So
the 2 of us.
The chemistry was that obvious, was it?
Well, no, but you weren't. You were looking out, and the band were looking in. So I was trying to kind of. So you're married to
Eamon the drummer.
Eamon the drummer, and you're married.
And I'm married to Noli, who was to my right singing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you meet like through music, or how did that come about?
We did all probably.
All met through music. Yeah. And then we're kind of weirdly, as 2 couples, almost married to each other. So we go around together a lot.
A bit like Ant and Dec or something.
Kind
you
of,
kind of live next door to each other. What's it been like? Because you played the Bird on the Wire gig last year in the Acoustic Club, and have you done much gigs? Let's say since. Not gigs, but have you done live streams or anything since March? Or was that your first time kind of back together today?
We did 1 live stream since March, but we had a whole load of stuff lined up.
Yeah.
So originally this was, as Pauline was saying, this was supposed to be a one-off gig for Patrick and Eileen's 25th wedding anniversary. And then as soon as that was over, there happened to be, as part of their invited guests that night, there was somebody from the Dingle Folk Festival here, and there was just the word kind of spread about it, and we kind of didn't know if it was going to be something that would, or if it was kosher to go any further with it, or what was the thing, and they were all behind it, you know, just go for it. And the next thing, it kind of grew legs. So we were supposed to be, since March, we ended up doing a whole load of gigs after that last year, but this year was going to actually be a busy year with it. We had a tour of England that was rescheduled and then rescheduled again. We were supposed to be in the Olympia, that was rescheduled and cancelled. We were supposed to be here in the INEC, and there was a whole load of stuff. So in the end, all that happened really was this one, and we did 1 other live stream from Craigcastle a few months ago. So we've really just had 2 meetings with it this year.
And I'd say it's just really bad luck and timing that this project kind of started, you know, and then all of a sudden there's a pandemic, and it's kind of stopping you doing all that. Like, what's the feedback been like from, let's say, the audiences you have played to? Like, they obviously would be big fans of yourselves individually and Leonard Cohen. So what's it been like listening to people's reactions?
It's amazing, because they're not necessarily the people who mightn't know us at all, or you know, lots of them do, or in some audiences some of them do, and but I think the big factor is Leonard Cohen. People are coming to hear his songs, and with much doubt, I think. At the start, we've had a lot of conversations with people after the gigs that said, I was really surprised by that, because they're kind of sacred, and we're very conscious of that as well. You don't want to, you know, you have to really respect the songs and respect his music. And I think the overwhelming thing has been people coming away saying that they got it, and that they really enjoyed what we were doing.
He is a very spiritual character, even in his talking and his writing. I remember he died only 3 years ago, I think it was. Black Star
Yeah.
Was that his last?
No, that was David Bowie.
That was David Bowie. Hold on now. We're close enough because Leonard Cohen and David Bowie died around the same
they
time,
did.
I think.
But he did release a posthumous album.
He did. Both of them did.
Yeah,
that's right. And I
that's
remember
right.
hearing the story of Leonard Cohen wrote the poems, let's say, for his final album in his bed, and they brought in a little recording equipment, and he sang the vocals from his sick bed, or you know, like. So I suppose that gives that final album like so much more meaning to it, like.
It does, and I think when people go to see Leonard Cohen, I think very much it takes them to a place in their life, because some of the songs are so old. You know, the people that were there for the first time round, they go back in time to where they were at that stage in their life. And I know, like, I certainly do go back, even though, you know, I was not alive in the 60s, but I go back to, you know, my early childhood listening to my mother, and it takes me to a place. And I think with the arrangements and that kind of thing, whilst we do put little twists on them, and obviously there are women singing lead on a lot of them, we still are very respectful of the original arrangements and of the original arrangements of all the amazing backing singers that sang along with him, because female vocals and female energy is so intertwined in all of them.
Yeah. Tell me about the band that were playing with you today. So your husband was on drums. Your husband was on drums, sorry, and yours was playing
guitar and singing.
Next to you, yes, of course, part of the Wild Ways. Who the other guys that are on stage? The bass player, keyboard player. How did they all come about? Were they just playing in this project with you, or have you obviously played together before in the past?
We've played lots together over the years, and really, it's a big bunch of friends that's up there.
Yeah,
we're all based in Headford, up in Galway.
Yeah,
Pauline and Eamon now live there.
I was there only a few weeks ago.
Oh, were you?
I got a car to go up get a car.
Go on.
I was on the
beside the trading post.
I don't know, maybe, yeah. Anyway, go on, yeah. Sorry, lovely place. Yeah, close to the city.
Yeah. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
My arse.
No, we all live around there, and we're all great friends, and we play music together a lot in lots of different projects, and but nothing really at this kind of level before. But it was Pauline that got the invitation to put this band together, and because we're all in that area, we were thinking, you know, but you wouldn't pass.
Yeah,
you know, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a crew of people that kind of hang out together, and we all happen to slot into the required instruments to make a band. So it's just a kind of a weird proxy thing that happens. And then Matt, who plays sax, also arranges for orchestras and that kind of thing. So he does the string arrangements, and so everything is within a kind of a 15-mile radius at our disposal. So we're very lucky that way.
What's Christmas like? So do you, like, in normal times, do you all just have a big session in one of your houses, and there could be...
Does it need to be Christmas?
Or just all year round?
Easter's pretty good.
A likely thing in Headford?
Yeah.
Is, I mean... to have so many, like, incredible musicians, and they're all in their own right incredible musicians on stage with you, and your vocals today were outstanding. And I'm looking forward to actually watching it back again, as I'm sure you are as well. What's the plan going into 2021? What's the plan? Is there a plan?
There is, to take up where we left off. I mean, I guess we're lucky with this music in the sense that the music of Leonard Cohen a year doesn't really make all that much in the difference, because we're singing this music that's everlasting and enduring, and it's from the past and it's from the present, and so it doesn't really have a date or a time on it. So it's been paused, and thankfully the interest in it is still great. And so our tour for England is rescheduled, and we've lots of stuff coming up, hopefully, including here on the 10th of July, over the summer, and the Olympia. And so we're just kind of holding out and hoping that we can fulfill all those things and continue to grow. But it's very much our intention as well, because we all have day jobs with all of our other bands and all of the other things that we do, to keep it kind of really special, and, you know, not to... You know, that it just has that special moment, and that we go out and really, really enjoy it, and take the spiritual moment for ourselves in it as well, because things can become work very quickly. So we're very mindful that doesn't happen to this. Yeah, well, very best of luck next year. I hope everything goes well, and that this virus will feck off. And so feck off virus.
That's it. Feck off. And we can all get back to work properly.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for coming in, guys.
Cheers.
And, best of luck. Cheers.